Hey guys, what's going on? It's Getting the Game. Um, Welcome back to another video. Today, I just want to give you guys a tutorial, little walkthrough on how to deal with accidents specifically. So in this video, for the most part, I'm just going to be taking accident calls. Um, we'll see. Usually accidents, depending on how big the accident is, how serious it is, it can take long to clear. Um, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Um,
Assistance required. Is an officer available?
so that's a robbery call. We're going to
I'm
decline
currently
that,
busy with another issue.
and we could drive around and look for a lot of accidents happen in this game. So you can always drive around and look for some and assist with them. And if we don't get any accidents for a while, then we'll do some motor vehicle stops. So yeah, dealing with accidents, it could it take a lot of time. Again, depending on the accident. In my next video, what I'm gonna try and do, I'm gonna try to do a tutorial on how to deal with drug bust. Um, Drug bust, they're simple, but it is some there is some strategy, some tactics you have to use when you have a drug bust. Um, and then in another video,
We require support. Who's
I'm
available?
currently busy
I
with
do
another
motor
issue.
vehicle stops. But I was saying, if you're new, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys. All my subscribers out there, even if you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. Um, I'm closing in on 100 subscribers, and that's kind of big for me. Because I just enjoy the game and I like having fun with it.
Support required. Any officers
Um,
available?
no, we're gonna
I'm
robbery.
currently busy with
Um,
another issue.
but yeah, so um, thank you guys so much. I may mess with this individual here. He's doing vandalism. So here's a quick. Most of the time, it, most of the time they run. Sometimes they don't. It depends. But if you walk casually, you won't spook them. Sometimes if you run towards them, they'll run. But we'll stop him. So we're gonna be detaining him for
You're
vandalism.
being detained for vandalizing the property by spraying graffiti.
I was just spraying in the air, not on the wall.
That's so funny when they say that. Okay, so we
Would you
get his
please show me your
information.
ID?
Yes, officer.
And
There you
sometimes I
go.
like to scare them a little bit. Do have a little chase going on. So Spire ID. So that's a violation we can get on with. The person is constantly looking around. So if they always look when you interview somebody, always look for those cues. You go to actions, go to evidence, right? And it says the person is always if the person is constantly looking around. So if they're looking around, you can only frisk them. So we will frisk them. So first we're gonna issue him for Aspire ID.
I will now fine you between $75 and $100 for carrying an expired ID.
Why does it cost so much?
Okay, and then we'll issue him another violation for the vandalism.
I have to fine you for vandalism. It will cost you up to $1,000.
Why does it cost so much?
And then after that, we will do our frisk.
Hands in the air and let me frisk you.
Now a frisk is
Dispatch here. We have an
totally
emergency.
different from
Any
a
available
search
officers, please respond.
because you're just looking at like the outer garments. So we have an accident, we're
On
gonna
my
take
way.
it. And he's good to go. No further action is needed. We gave him his tickets. If you have someone doing vandalism, you're not going to arrest them. Okay, not. And this is just for the game. In this game, you're not. Some things, even though they have some lawful actions in this game, some of them can be a little different from reality. So anyway. So we just gotta keep in mind it is a game. Okay, so we're gonna let him go.
You're good to go. Bye.
He's not under arrest. We gave him his tickets, and hopefully he'll stop. So we Doing what he's doing. Oh, our car is just blocking traffic. That's not good. So let's respond to this accident. So, right. All right, going through an intersection. You can use the sirens. So I don't expect this to be a long video. I may just want to do one or two. I mean 2 or 3 accidents. But look, you want to stop traffic as fast as you can. Hit your sirens so cars will stop. See how this area is more open? So block it off here so cars can turn around. This is a two-way street, so this is a it's kind of good because we can still have traffic flowing in this direction. And now, being that it's like a two-way street, our emergency vehicles are going to come on this side of the road. So when we call for our ambulance on tow, oh, that guy may be, or girl, that lady may be drunk. When we call for our ambulance on tow, they're going to come on this side. All right, so pretty much the big thing with accidents is always like securing the scene first. Getting traffic out the way. Let me see. You always check and see if there's an injured person, which there is. So, sometimes what I do, you see how this lady is in the middle of the road? Sometimes they're in the way. So, if I want to get her out the road, well, I will interview her first. So I could either she's going to be under arrest or give her some tickets and sent on her way. So, I always take my pictures. You don't have to. I like doing it, but it's good for you get points towards your report. Not too much damage on the vehicles, but we have 2 people that are injured. So let's see. I was trying to hit all angles. You always want to look for the yellow. Once you get a green indicator, that means good to go. So I'm going to zoom in her plate. So I get her plate in a computer-based system here. All right. So now I'm gonna interview her so I can get her out the way.
Tell me what you saw.
All of a sudden, this person turned. No turn signal, nothing.
So it's not like I'm ignoring the people who are injured. I just want I'm thinking from a traffic perspective, because if that ambulance come and she's still in the middle of the road, it's gonna be it could be an issue and it could hold up traffic. Because the NPCs, if they see someone in the middle of the road, they're gonna stop.
ID and vehicle insurance card, please.
And you don't want to hold up traffic.
Here you go, officer.
So let's get her info. Again, always check IDs. Okay, Chia, Azrum. The plate matches. The expiration date looks good. The ID looks good. The person is constantly looking around, so now we can frisk her. Okay. Once you get a queue, some type of notification like that, we can frisk her. So if you want to do the frisk now, you can, or you can do it later. I'll frisk her now.
Allow me to do
So
a
I don't
background
forget.
search in case you're carrying anything illegal.
All right, let's see. All right, lighter and a pocketbook. So nothing illegal. So you're gonna go with our test.
Please, allow
That's
me
the
to
next
collect a
step.
sample to see if you're under the influence of any drugs.
And then we're gonna go with
Kindly
alcohol.
cooperate as I collect a sample to see if you're drunk.
All right, so she is good to go. I'm gonna give her her
All
accident
right,
report.
here's your accident report.
I think there's a good amount of information missing, but okay.
Yeah, so we only got 15 points for that. No motor vehicle violations were observed. Her her background, everything look good, so we're gonna let her go.
We're done. You can leave now.
So she's gonna hop
Have a
back in
good
her
day.
car. You'll see. However, she's not gonna want to drive around the people. See. Now, if you want to hold her up, you can. But she's not gonna drive through them or around them. Sometimes they will drive through them, or over them, but most of the time they're not. So now we call ambulance.
I have a person who's been injured, requesting an ambulance.
Okay. And this car, sometimes if you go off screen, they may move. So let me see. So we're gonna go off screen for a little bit. Let's see if she moved. No. Sometimes they do that. It's a little bug in the game, but while we have the ambulance assistant with injuries, gonna interview this guy. We're gonna focus in on his plate. Oops. So we already know he has a broken windshield. We can write him a ticket for that. You don't have to. That's probably the broken windshield is probably a result of the accident. So writing a ticket is like kind of being like, oh man, like, you know, it's kind of going too far, but I always do it anyway for the points. So here we go. Going to
Let me
interview
know what
him.
you saw.
He was jaywalking. That's dangerous, officer.
So this was a minor accident, nothing too big. Well, not minor, it's major because injuries were involved, but
Let me see your driver's
very
license, and if
very
available,
small
this
accident,
vehicle's insurance
nothing too
status.
crazy.
Yeah. Sure, officer.
Okay. All right. Sergeant Richie. All right. So he has Aspire Insurance. You see 2022. So we're gonna. He's not allowed to have a gun. His ID is expired. Okay, his ID is expired too. Oh, it expired I think January of 2023. So, and he doesn't have a gun permit. So he's facing 3 tickets already. Let's just hurry up and get him his tickets. Expired
Here is your
ID.
ticket for carrying an expired ID. It will cost you between $75 and $100.
You're ruining my day.
And we're gonna hit him with no insurance. I mean, well, yeah, he has insurance but expired, so it does constitute as not having insurance.
Here's a ticket for not having valid insurance.
I didn't expect it to be that expensive.
And then we can get him for the broken windshield since he's having an attitude.
I'm issuing you a ticket for driving with
There
the
we go.
broken windshield.
Mm-hmm.
That will be up to $250.
Got
I
a
don't
little
have that
attitude.
much money.
We need some more tickets. So now we test them.
I'm just collecting a sample to see if you used any drugs while driving.
I see the traffic back there is flowing. The cars are making a U-turn. That's exactly what you want.
All right.
I'm gonna test them
I'm
for
just collecting
alcohol.
a sample to check if you've had any alcohol while driving.
Okay, no alcohol whatsoever. We kill him
This is your accident report.
his accident report.
Okay. Thank you, officer.
Everything else look good. We're not going to search him. We don't have proper cause to search him or his vehicle. So at this point, we're just going to let him go.
You're good to go. Drive safe and have a nice day.
I think his car is drivable. As you can see, the other the ambulance cleared. The other vehicle left, and now he's going to get out the way. His car is drivable. There we go. That's it. So that was simple. We're gonna we'll probably do one more accident to conclude the video. Hopefully it's something bigger. So let's wait for our calls to come in. In the meantime, we can write tickets. We're gonna write some tickets, do some traffic stops. I'm gonna do one more accident. The hardest accidents to clear are the ones on a one-way street, because speaking of which, there we go. There's a big one right. That's an accident right there. Accidents at intersections are crazy too. But the good thing is, about this traffic is flowing. So if you see traffic flowing like this, let it flow. Don't you know, now all those vehicles are going to turn and make a left. So just let traffic flow. You know, we know. See, if these cars get around, let them go. Don't hold up traffic. Because the more you hold up traffic, the more especially at an intersection like this, a busy intersection, the crazier it can get. We could stop her for jaywalking if we wanted to. But we're gonna focus on the accident. It's no injuries involved, but again, let's start with our camera. We're gonna take our pictures, and it should be fairly quick. The more
It's good to see you again, officer.
you play, the more easier it gets. You become faster. You can take your time with it. There's no rush. And that's
Support required. Any officers available?
I'm currently busy with another issue.
all right. So we're trying to get as much pictures as we can, much evidence. I always check for the engine. So both these cars will be drivable unless I end up arresting one of them. Not gonna really need a tow. There's no smoke. And so let's start with him. Has a broken windshield. Let's focus in on the plate. Alright, and if you want to, you can even just run the plate. Hold up, sorry. See, he's coming back to him. It's already showing that he doesn't have valid insurance. So it should come back to Alan Bailey. If we get anything else, we can arrest him for stolen ID, something like that. So, but it looks like it's going to be him.
Any officers available?
Let's see.
Let me know what you saw.
I'm shocked,
I'm taking care
officer.
of another issue at the
I
moment.
have no idea what happened.
Okay.
Driver's license and insurance card, please.
Yeah, sure, officer.
Okay, Mr. Bailey, let's see your ID. So yeah, he doesn't have insurance. The computer system was right.
We need assistance.
I'm taking care of another issue at the moment.
Okay. So again, it comes back to him. So we can issue him for having no insurance.
Here's a ticket for not having valid insurance.
You're ruining my day.
And now we can, and if you want to, you don't have to, you could give him a broken
I'm going
windshield.
to have to fine you with the $250 ticket for driving with a damaged windshield.
I didn't expect it to be that expensive.
Now, say if you want to skip the DUI, you don't want to get, you don't have to do it, but I always like to do it just in
I
case.
just need to collect a sample to see if you're under the influence of
As
any
like
illegal substances.
protocol, I always like to do it as procedure. You get the points, but if you skip it, hey, you can skip it.
Okay, let's just check if you're under the influence of alcohol.
No, just know you may let somebody go who's under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So
Okay, here's your accident report.
This looks almost useless, but okay.
okay, so he's partially satisfied. We didn't have anything else on him. We gave him his tickets, but having no insurance and having a broken windshield. Now we're just gonna let
You're
him
good
go.
to go. Drive safe and have a nice day.
So he's good to go. He's gonna drive his vehicle and get out the way. Now I'm gonna scan the plate for this vehicle. Make sure it comes back to her. Should come back to a female. Sometimes you gotta do it. There we go. There we go. It comes back to her. Everything looks good. Wow. Clean. Everything looks good. And as you can see, I parked my car on the sidewalk to get it out of traffic. If you imagine if I parked it here some way, it kind of be in the way. So, yeah. That was another small. I want to try and get a big one more, a big accent before
Can
we
you tell me what you saw?
end the video.
I don't understand what happened, officer.
Okay.
Would you please show me your ID and the vehicle insurance?
Sure, here you go,
We have
officer.
an emergency. Who's currently available?
Oh
I'm
man.
taking care of another issue at the moment.
Yeah, I got another accident we're taking care of. And as you can see, these accidents they could be fairly, they could take a little while. Depending on how you want to handle them too. Like me, I like to be detailed, I like to be thorough.
I'll just need to take a sample to determine if you're under the influence of any illicit substances.
So she didn't have any motor vehicle violations. That was negative for the drug test, and then
All right, let me just check
Let's
to
go
see
give
if
her
you're
that.
under the influence of alcohol.
alcohol test, breathalyzer test. I'm sorry, breathalyzer test, and now she did, good on that. No alcohol, so we're just gonna give
Here's
her a
your
report,
accident report.
Seems okay. Thank you, officer.
and I'm gonna let her go. That's it.
All right, you can go now. Drive safe.
Yeah, accidents in the intersection can be very bad, but thankfully that wasn't too bad, and traffic was able to take care of itself.
Yo.
See, again, my car is not in the way, so don't be. I mean, I don't know it. Some of you may play on simulator mode, which is harder, so you got to be mindful of where you park and how you do things. But I play on a modified casual mode. Okay, so let's see if we take one more accident. See if we get something big. I'm not getting any call outs. Sometimes, usually when you like start doing things, the calls start coming in. So that's the lady we pulled over. Let's see if we do a motor vehicle stop. So if you're in traffic, use that intuition button. It lets you know the vehicle's has any violations or committed a violation. This car is driving rather slow. That's because the speed limit is 25 to 115. So somebody's a little cautious. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Went through a red light. We're definitely gonna stop it now. Got him pulled over. That's a good spot. Alright, so we'll do motor vehicle stops until we get. I want to cover one more accident, something that's a little bit bigger than the other ones, but
We have a situation that needs to be
I'm
taken
taking care of
Is
another
anyone
issue at the
available?
moment.
this individual went through a red light.
The reason I stopped you is because you blew through a red light.
I'm sorry. I thought I could make it.
So he may be intoxicated or under the influence of drugs. He's driving slow. The speed limit is 25. He's going 15. A little peculiar that he's doing that. So let's check him
I'd
out.
like to see your ID and car insurance, please.
Here you go, officer.
All right, so his ID looks good. Oh wait, this may be a stolen vehicle. Hold on. Let me just check the plate. The insurance looks good, but let's just check. The person is constantly shaking. This may be a stolen vehicle. Let's just check the plate.
We have an emergency. Who's available?
No, the plate is good. Oh man, so we're gonna take
I'm
that.
on my way.
So that's the accident. We're gonna take the accident, be a final one. But the plate matches, I believe. Yeah. So he just sometimes they're nervous and shaking. Doesn't necessarily mean. But you can always get him out the car and frisk him. We're not gonna do that for time's sake. But we are gonna issue him a ticket before we're gonna do the red light.
I have to issue you a ticket for running a red light. That would be around $120 to $250.
My lawyer will take care of it.
But usually in this situation, anytime I have an individual who's showing those type of signs like nervous, I usually will get him out the car. But for time's sake, I want to go to that other accident. I'm just going to let him go. But usually I would like to get him out the car and test him for drugs and everything. I'm sure if he's nervous, sometimes people are just nervous because, you know, whatever, they're getting pulled over. But sometimes they're hiding something. But I think this guy may be under influence. But we're gonna actually let him go
Have a
and go
nice
to that
day, man.
accident.
Goodbye.
So he's a little lucky. Because on a normal day, I would test him, get him out the car, and test him immediately. So let's go to this accident. Down a bit. So I believe our accident may be off this major road here. I'm gonna cut through a little shortcut. There we go. Uh-oh, he didn't stop for me. Gotta be careful, that's my fault. Man, see, they're not stopping, so sometimes you really have to be careful. Sometimes you do that. Use, what's that, L3? On PS5 to get their attention. I forget what it is on the Xbox, but use the analog, push down on the left analog to get that, to get this. Yeah. Alright, we gotta be a little bit faster because time is running out. Definitely want to find this accident. Yeah, it's pretty far. That was close. Alright. So this is really good.
I've arrived at the scene.
I'm glad we got an accident like this because these could be fairly tricky. Now, being this is like a narrow street, I just placed my car there. No cars are going to come around. We'll go around my vehicle, so they're going to end up stacking. That's okay. The important thing is you have a two-way street. Accident on one-way streets are very hard to clear. Fortunately, like, you know, for time's sake, I'm not gonna I didn't run into one of those a one-way street accident on a one-way street, so not gonna cover it today in this video. But for the most part, we're gonna have the ambulance come on the opposite side of the street as well as a tow if we need it. As you can see, cars are turning around there, which is good, but they're not going to go around your vehicle. Man, sometimes. All right, so we could call for an well, let's interview this guy first. You can't call for an ambulance. It's going to take time to clear them, so they got 3 people, so it's going to take some time. So we'll call for an ambulance first.
Requesting an ambulance.
I'm gonna get them out the way. Let's focus in on his plate. But if you're if this guy is clear to go, he looks like he may be under influence of alcohol. So it looks like he may be under arrest. So it looks like we may be towing his vehicle. But we want to get him out the road so the ambulance can drive by. So let's interview him quickly.
Okay, great.
Can you describe? what
Yeah,
you
he's
saw?
under influence of
I used
alcohol.
my turn further examination. No mistake on my end.
Yes. I can do
We
that.
shall see.
I'll go to the ambulance.
I'd like to see your driver's license and car insurance, please.
Yes, officer. There you go.
Okay, so again, check his up. He got a stolen ID as well. That's definitely not him, so he's definitely going to jail now. Yeah. Yeah, so at this point, we have enough to arrest him. And he's drunk. Definitely drunk. So, yeah, he's having stolen ID.
Hey, hey,
So,
you hear me?
let me see something real quick.
you'd better accompany me for further diagnosis.
So
Can
for
you ride
time's
the
sake, we're
ambulance
just gonna,
yourself?
Sure, Doc. I'll
I'm
try.
just taking a sample to see if you've been drinking and driving.
and he's definitely gonna blow over. Yeah, point 10. So he's we could arrest him for driving under influence or stolen ID. That's just
I'll
test him
take
for
a sample
drugs.
to check if you've taken drugs before driving.
No, no drugs, but alcohol. Now, let's we can give him his.
Please take your accident
Can you
report.
hear me?
This
I'm
seems
still
rather
in shock,
useless.
but I'm all right.
Whatever.
Okay, more shocked than hurt.
Well, you're going to
Make it
jail
the
anyway.
ambulance on your own? You need to take
Now
a
we can
closer
search
look.
him.
Okay, Doc. I can manage.
Put your hands up slowly, please. I'm going to search you.
And notice no motor vehicle violations on him. So, no illegal items, or I mean weapons. Now we're gonna place him under arrest. We'll place him under arrest for stolen ID.
I have to arrest you for carrying a stolen ID. Please
Now
go
he's
on
out the way.
sidewalk.
Please, officer.
He's out the way. So now that ambulance gonna definitely get through there much easier now that he's out the way. And we can just leave him there for now. I escort him to the cell later once we're done clearing. I checked the car all around. You don't have to do this. For time's sake, I may just skip. But yeah, 5 points is gonna be an item that's okay. But if you get 10 points, that means you found an item that's illegal. Usually going to be a search blade or a gun. So, yep, there it is. Found an illegal item or drugs too. It could be drugs, but it has to be over one. It has to be over 1 ounce. That was 0.75, but I think I have to look in that because I think still constantly being illegal being that it was one, but that's something I have to look into because it should be allowed up to 1 ounce. Anything after that is illegal. But we're gonna call a tow for his car
I have a
now.
vehicle here that needs towing. I need a wrecker at my current location, please.
Sure. It will be with you shortly.
So that's just run this. Okay. And let's see. Yep, looks like it comes back to him. Alright. So
Can you tell me what you saw?
I'm still recovering from the crash. My mind is blank.
alrighty, so he has a blank mind.
I need to see your ID and proof of insurance, please.
Sure, officer. Here you go.
Alright. Let's just make sure. Yep. Everything is good. Okay. Alright, so let's just get him tested real
Please,
quick.
allow me to collect a sample to see if you're under the influence of any drugs.
This guy looks like he's gonna check out. It looks like everything's gonna be okay with him. He's gonna be good to go. No violations.
Kindly cooperate as I collect a
He'll
sample
probably-
to see if you're drunk.
Passed all his tests with flying colors. A little bit of alcohol in him, not a lot. But he's good to go now. Give him his
All right, here's
report,
your accident report.
Thank you so much, officer.
and he's gonna drive off. No, that's it.
We're done. You can leave now. Have a good day.
Hi.
Okay. So everything is done. So that's how you cover some accidents. Let's
I'm
just
going
get this
to
guy in the
escort
car.
you to the patrol car now.
And that was all. I just wanted to share some more tips with you. I was hoping to get bigger accidents more of a pile up that's harder to clear out, but that's okay. We'll cover that in another video. I'm gonna get
Watch
him
out
in,
for your
but
head.
thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. This is gonna pretty much conclude the video. Anytime you have any questions in regards to the game, just let me know. I'm here to help, and if you have any tips for me or advice, I'm willing to listen. No, I'm not a. I won't consider myself an expert. Let me see. Let's get back to this precinct here. Oh yeah. By the way, if you're still listening, tomorrow I will be streaming. We will be doing a live stream. It will not be a tutorial.
Any officers available? We need assistance.
It will be
independent counsel, preferably of your own choice. If you cannot afford the services,
I'm going to decline that.
taking care of another right.
Yeah, it's going to be a full live stream with gameplay. So just these past 2 days I really have time to stream, so that's why I'm doing a video. So most of the time, if you don't, almost hit him, almost hit the pedestrian. If you don't see me streaming, I will put up some type of video, just to you know, to keep you guys in tune of what's going on and you know what I'm doing. But thank you guys again for tuning in. We gained some points.
Time to go to the sale.
552. That's not bad. It's not bad. Oh, I left the lights on, but okay. It'll be alright. Somebody else will turn them off. And we're gonna
Please
get
stay calm. and
45
cooperate.
points. And that's it. So I know I wanted it to always want these videos to be brief as possible, but it never works out that way because I talk a lot, and sometimes it just takes a little bit more time to clear accidents. But thank you guys for tuning into the video. I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you again to all my subscribers. If you're new, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And hopefully I catch you guys tomorrow as we will be streaming. We're doing a live stream. You could tune in, I would say, anytime from 1 to 2. The live stream will begin. But until then, you all take care. Have a good evening.